Marvel movies are finally back. Welcome to Flesh Time, the show where I talk about movies and TV shows from my toilet. Black Widow was good, but not great. Now, I know a lot of people were complaining that it did not add as much as they thought it would to the MCU, but I am here with a little bit of a hot take. I think if we put aside the fact that Iron Man started the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think Black Widow, the solo film, added just as much to the MCU as Iron Man did. And as for the speed of the movie, some people have said it got a little slow in the middle. For me, when I saw it the first time, the ending came like a little bit like I was a little surprised how fast the ending came, even though the movie's like 2 hours and 15 minutes long. Then when I saw it a second time, the third act sort of kind of stretched on for it sort of slowed down for me, which was weird. And I've seen a lot of people get a little bit annoyed by the horrible CGI effects with some of the explosions in the third act. And, I myself didn't really notice it, and even when I saw it a second time, but it does surprise me that like so many people are noticing it, and they've had like a year to work on this film, and maybe they could have improved it. I don't know. I'm glad we got to finally go into Black Widow's origin story. Although I think I'm kind of torn. I think it feels a little late to do a Black Widow solo film, especially considering Natasha's dead. But also, I'm kind of glad that they waited because the first start of that movie, spoilers, was really dark with young Yelena and young Natasha getting kidnapped and put into the Red Room was really dark, and I'm kind of glad that they went so dark because that's kind of the reality of the situation, and I don't think they would have been able to go that dark if they had done this, in phase one or phase two, because it's Disney after all. And Yelena and the Red Guardian, two of the most funniest characters in the whole movie. But as for the villain, Dreykov was pretty neat, but not much action with him. Taskmaster, I felt Taskmaster was a little underutilized. I, for one, think the plot twist that Taskmaster was Dreykov's daughter was neat. I'm just kind of like I wonder what they're going to do now because Taskmaster was kind of redeemed at the end. They did the anti-mind control serum on her, and it's almost like Taskmaster's good now. But like, I feel like they underutilized the character, and I want to see more of Taskmaster be a mercenary like he is in the comics. But we're going into the multiverse, so anything can happen. We could just get a new Taskmaster for all we know. Black Widow is, I'd say, it's around the middle of the pack for me for MCU movies. And if I had to give it a rating, I would give it a 3 out of 5 toilet paper rolls.